Now, this is going to be fun. And by fun, I mean crazy. Wow. You'll have to forgive me. I had one of those Eleanor moments, as we call. So, have you seen Fast and the Furious? Or not Fast and Furious, sorry. Gone in 60 Seconds. And you remember how Nicolas Cage, he's about to get Eleanor, and he's always hesitant because he's like, he has a thing with this car. Basically, he loves it. It's his wonderful machine. But something always goes wrong. And this is why I don't announce my streams most of the time, because I'm like, oh, you know what? If I have an hour to get ready, that should be more than enough time. I mean, I just got to set up my camera, set up my laptop, make sure everything's running. It's set up the same as always, right? No, it's not. So, here we are. Me tinkering with things. You're just going to have to deal with it. Because, I mean, what else are you going to do on a Friday night besides have fun and be out and have a life? Instead of being here and listening to me talk. So, at least the audio is working. Good, good. So today, as you can see in the topic, we're gonna have a guest on, Dickson. Sorry, he runs Bell Development on YouTube. Go check him out. Twitch, all your platforms. He does reactions mainly, I believe. I believe he's done a lot of pods lately as well with other musicians. And oh, here we go. Something's disrupting the stream. Of course. Wait. Hello. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is just double check that everything's working. I'm gonna try and get him on via Discord, because it seems to work out pretty good. RTC connected. Oops. Let me disconnect. Oh my gosh. There's so many things to learn about this kind of thing. Anyway, I am Derek, or Doc Kohler, some of you know. Happy Friday night! If you can hear me. I always have at least audio issues or some kind of. I always have at least audio issues. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. Um, yeah, or a camera issue or something else. Here, check this out. I got my other one up, but it's like I just threw it up for the sake of whatever, so you can see what I'm working with here. And yeah, you seem to be able to hear me fine. But that's what I'm working with. Not in the typical setup again. So here we are. Whatever. We're gonna chat with Jesse whenever he gets a chance. I'm gonna set up a screen share. Let me check this out. Yeah, you guys can see that. Right on. Right on. You know what? For this, we're gonna make myself a little bit bigger. Can I shrink myself? No, I can't. That's fine. What I'll do is I'll add Jessie to this. Well, actually, it's that will be Jessie. That's fine. So he's gonna be in my Discord. Wow, that did not work at all. Now you can see that. That's my AI photo dump. And you can see here, let's go to, we're going to pull him up right in there so you can see. And when that happens, yeah, we'll get his lovely face on and get some topics. We'll get to chatting. Hey, it's a trial run, you know? So some of the things, you know what I can do? I wanted to wait till he gets on here to do the chat about the bands. Thanks, Richard. I want to get you on too, man, sometime. But I know you've been busy on the road with Ravine. Richard's in production, and he's helping out Ravine right now. And yes, the magician. I believe it's magician Richard. He's awesome guy. Very knowledgeable. We work together at Cowboys, put up with a whole bunch of shit. Right, Rich? And yeah, he's been through the ringer as well. So I'd like to get you on sometime, buddy. Whenever you get a chance. Yeah, actually on that note, I want to get a couple people on if I can ever get my shit together. I want to get Craig on. Sorry, I totally blanking on your last. Craig Carswell. You know him. He's a local musician in town. Fuck yeah, Rich. So Craig Carswell, he's a local musician in town, producer. He's done a ton of music. We honestly realized recently that we have a very similar writing style. He brought me to his studio in the basement and showed me some stuff, and I was like, oh my God, I wrote this exact same riff. And I showed him a couple of things I worked on with Inside It Failed, and it sounded so similar. Hey, buddy. Hypnotist. Sorry, Richard. You're right. Ravine is a hypnotist. So that's who he's on the road with. Where are you right now, man? I know you were in town. You're about to make another spin around this way soon, I think. But damn, you be hustling. You be hustling. Yeah, so I want to get Craig on. I want to get Maddie Stellar on. Just because we, another local musician, we go back. We were both the singers in Silo. And we were both, I'm not sure, Maddie, if you're still with Hazardous Material or not, but we were both modeling in that agency as well. So I want to get Maddie on. She's awesome too. And a, great performer, great singer. They all have like fantastic opinions on, current states of, where we're at with music and entertainment and blah, 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 blah. Those two I really want to get on. There's also, I want to get Garth from, is it GRW? Jar, and he was in Flybanger. I want to get Garth on. I saw you, no problem, Jessie. I saw you share this pod, so thank you, Garth. I want to get you on. I want to get Kai on from Monolith. Maybe if RBP's there as well, or anybody else in the band, that'd be cool. Who else do I got? I have a list. I have been doing my homework. You can tell. We're only streaming on Facebook right now. Reason being, I do not trust my internet. I just don't. It, like I said, I had some squirrely moments right before the pod, and I'm like, of course, it's an Eleanor moment, right? So we're only on Facebook, but I'm going to record it. I'm going to upload it to YouTube later and Twitch, maybe, whatever. I think we're on Kick as well. Tristan, I want to get you on, dude. Photographer around town. We have to see him. Go check it out. Future Eyes Productions. Just giving shout outs right now. Doing some homework because Tristan did all the photo shoots for me and my son. He is excellent to work with. Go check him out. Future Eyes. Also a great Call of Duty player. So Tristan, so Richard, last but not least, I'd like to give a shout out to my boy, Nick from That Singer Reactions, who just hit 200K subscribers on YouTube. Nick, my boy Blue. Right on. Congratulations. That's a big milestone. Like, 200K is a lot of viewers. So congrats on that, buddy. I'd like to have Nick back on whenever he can. Just we've both been busy as hell. I guess I could start with that on that front. Of course, any guest on here or anybody that wants to chat, I will do the disclaimer. Anybody who's watching, don't feel obligated to say anything, have your opinion or whatever. It's all private until you want to be seen or heard. But if you do, I really encourage you to say, give a quick hi, give your opinion, whatever. If you want to, go for it. If not, just chat with me, whatever. Just hear me spit. So yeah. Second, any guest that's on here, if you would like to remain, anything you don't want to say, or don't feel comfortable with, don't have to. Obviously my views may differ than our guests. Doesn't reflect the same as the pod, blah, 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 all that shite. So, sup, Brian? Thanks for tuning in again. Okay, Brian, this is good to chime in on because you actually helped me out. So Brian is from Trapped in Echoes. Did I say that right? Just had a new song come out, or about to, video. You can hit it in the chat. Go check him out. Wonderful musician, super motivated guy, and he is starting up a studio for artists or entertainers that he's got big sound. I haven't seen right on. I haven't seen his studio. Well, he sent me a quick video, but if you want to go check him out, check out his music. Hit him up, Brian Reed. From Trapped in Echoes, and any artist that doesn't know how to go about it, especially like starting out, or am I saying that right? Okay. Anyway, yeah, tremendous musician. Go check out his stuff, and you could sound just as godly as him. Potentially. I don't know how his producing skills are. Okay, DM Brian Reed, and he'll hit you up. He'll get back to you with some deets. And like I said, super nice guy. I've known him since he's been in Burning Borders. Were you managed by Disa as well, Brian? Oh, I'm awesome. Yeah, you are, dude. Were you managed by Disa as well? I believe we were managed. We had the same manager at one point. Yep, that's right. Disa from Higher Ground. She was awesome. She helped Inside It Failed out quite a bit. And yeah, that was wicked. Yeah, so that's that. On my front. Oh wait, back to Brian. Brian, I believe the last stream I had was right before New Year's, or was around New Year's, maybe after. We talked about the gym a little bit. You'll be disappointed in me, but I have not got to the gym yet. But step one, I haven't drank since at all. And it's not like it's super hard for me, in all fairness, but honestly, dude, at our age, it can be a struggle. And man, dude, my head feels so much better, more clear. There's no fog. Attitude is severely changed. I'm not sure you noticed that as well. So completely sober and loving it. Totally loving it. One thing I did pick up though, like in hyperspeed, is tattooing. Oh, dude, I cannot stop tattooing myself, and I'm starting to tattoo others. Maybe because I'm getting good at it, but hey, it just shows you quitting drinking completely can bring out such an artsy side to you. And I imagine that's kind of what you felt too, is with music. Like I noticed a big push last year with you that you started promoting some of your new tunes. I believe Alive was it? Your first one. Yeah, fuck up myself. But yeah. Yeah, dude. So, I mean, it's proof right there that, you know, change is always good. And, yeah, it's really helped me a lot. So I appreciate your words of wisdom. And, I will get, next step is doing more activities and maybe getting a gym bro or something like that. So, yes, thank you. I'm on the way. Appreciate it, bro. Um, Engineering school. Dude, congratulations. That is, that's whew, impressive. That is impressive, man. Um, all right. Well, looks like just about ready to go with Jessie here. Yo, Jessie in the chat. Are you in Discord right now, Jessie? Let's check. Go to mine. Where are you at? No, I don't want to update my status. Or should I go to yours? Let me know. Oh, there he is. Can we... Let me just check to the sharing screen here. Yo, Jessie! Can you hear me? Check 1 2. Yeah. Okay. 1 second. Nice, Took. Hey, buddy. How's it going? Good, good, good. Happy Friday. Yes. Had some... Yeah, we're live, man. I'm just No, I actually it's my Friday, man. I get to relax and whatnot. So or get stuff done, whatever. Yeah, 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 man. So what's yeah, just chatting away. I was just updating people on some shit, and I got my buddy Brian was just chatting about working out, and because he was actually kind of started the topic of getting in shape and quitting drinking and all that, and kind of led to the diet talk that we were about to get into, as you know. Uh, First off, who are you, man? This is Jesse Dickson. Welcome. Oh, shit. Let me try this. Oh, I don't know. Display capture. Display audio. Whoa, that didn't work. Thanks for the heads up, Brian. Let's see. I might have to add another audio. Okay. Audio input. Input or output? Okay. Okay. Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. What is going on? Every time. Dude, it's a constant thing. Oh, man. I've never done it with Discord, to be fair. Like, this is my first time on Discord, but it is already running smoother than when I was talking to people on... Like, this is my first time on Discord, but wait, it is talk again? Running smoother than when I was talking to people on... Like, this is my first time on Discord, but it is talk again? Running smoother than when I was talking to people on... What the fuck, man? Nothing, man. Let me try this. Oh, capture. Yeah, it's under window share. It's displaying that. Weird. Ooh. What the hell? You got someone watching?
Yeah. Our friend Elizabeth just joined. I'm just saying.
Sup, Elizabeth? Oh my god. This is why I don't do this often. Whatever. Oh. Yep. Is it display? Oh, video capture device. All right. Hmm. Is that what they said? Sorta? Hear you? Oh. Weird. All right. Yep. I don't see him. Oh, yeah, yeah. Unhide all. Ah, yes.
The one like
Oh,
for the.
fuck, dude. There we go.
Is that me?
I bet it's working now.
All
All
right.
right, let us know in the chat.
Chat, let us know if you can hear us. I think I got my camera not to freeze this time.
Man.
It never ends,
Yeah,
bro.
I can hear you. All right, we're
It
good.
never ends. All right. All right.
Hey, you know what? Anyway.
Anyways,
Anyways, this is Jesse
uh,
Dickson.
what's
And
up, y'all?
you are not only a sexy mofo. What is it you do primarily on your channel now? Like I know you do like reactions obviously, but like I saw you talking to a bunch of musicians as well recently and pods and stuff. What's up with that?
Um, the reaction thing, man, is an opportunity for not only me to connect to an audience and find audiences in different pockets, but I learn a lot from them. I'm not the kind of guy to do something just for like a single purpose. Like I
Yeah.
just can't. I can't convince myself to do it. So if I'm watching a video, it either has to heal my heart or I have to have something that I can take away and go put into like the studio or maybe do a breakdown video on or something, right?
Yeah.
Um, and I've learned that it doesn't all have to be this like step by step learning process to just become more work in like savvy or whatever, like it normally is in your day in a day job, right? Not your day job, but a day job.
Yeah.
Um, so what I kind of am trying to explore is the value to in narrative, I guess.
Hmm.
And like I think I have a good story, man. Like I've gone through a lot of stuff. I've done a lot of cool things. I've been through
Oh
some
hell
hard
yeah.
times. Like, I try to, lean on those things, but a part of that is like I don't give up on people. I like believing in people. I like believing in the dream, like all that stuff. So, um part like I've been pursuing my own podcast, which I started a couple years ago. I just never stuck to as a means for like me to like sharpen my pencil and pay attention more to the world and et cetera, et cetera.
Have your ear to
Uh,
the ground, right? Like you
yeah,
gotta you gotta keep in update like updated on people and shit like that. So yeah,
exactly. So it's
cool.
it's an excuse to do that, man, and it's an excuse to hang out with my buddy Kevin. I met a great band called Freeze the Fall, who I helped like just do their debut single and video, which just released.
Sweet.
Unbelievable.
Go check them
They make
out.
Freeze the Fall, y'all. Elizabeth watches the podcast. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah, I see that. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for watching, joining in. Um, man, where should we start here? Do you want to talk
Well,
about
what do you want?
food or bands or cuz man,
Let's talk about food, man. Let's get into it. I'm sick
okay.
of music.
Okay. The only reason I said music is get out of the way all the holy shit announcements happening. Like this is the year, I believe, but anyway. It's you
Okay.
see
Let's hear it.
anyway.
Let's hear it.
Yeah. So diet. I was just saying with Brian that like step one is like I quit drinking altogether and I'm completely sober. So that's step one. But then the topic came up because he got hardcore into the gym and I'm like, dude, I can't do the gym. Like, I'm just, there's so many faults to me that mainly insecurity, most likely. But then we got into a little bit of diet. And the reason I wanted to talk about diet mainly is because I've been having migraines. I've been noticing things about my body not healing correctly, even though, like, I'm doing more. And honestly, I believe it 100% now that it has a lot to do with the intake, right?
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I eat like shit. I'll be straight up honest, dude. I am chips and chocolate. That's what I live on, and on Coke Zero. And that's obviously a terrible way to live. And I mean, being yourself, you're a good looking guy, right? You're fairly in shape. So, what what's your secret, man? Like, what do you, or how are you doing right now with that? Like,
Excuse me. Um, good and bad, for better or for worse. And you are what you eat. That is very true.
it's true.
Um, so my story is like after high school, I was quite overweight. Like I was in the bars all the time. I was working with Richie, like like we're
Yeah.
gigging from Tuesday to Saturday. I was picking up McDonald's at 4 in the morning and drinking. Like I was overweight. I was like 250 pounds almost, and I lost 100 pounds and competed in bodybuilding in 2013 and 2014,
Hmm.
and I placed top three both times. So I feel you.
Yeah. Yeah.
My God, I feel you. But yeah, it's gonna start with your relationship to food because like if you just jump into a crash diet, you're gonna crash.
Yeah.
Or if you just like pull out like 100% of your comfort food, say, then you're gonna need the comfort. So like you have to find a good balance of you're eating healthy food, but you appreciate the healthy food, and that takes
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Because
You
I
know what I
mean,
mean?
to me, it seems like all the healthy food. I mean, there's ways of making it taste good, but I'm like, the best things for you taste like shit to me. But I mean,
And that's
that's,
okay though, and that's
I know,
okay.
right?
You can
Like,
have blowout days, and you can like if you have a caloric like number intake or goal, you
yeah.
can shoot for that, and you can still spill over or under. You just have to like you have to understand that your calorie burning has to have spill now too. Like you have to add in extra exercise to cover for those things, right? And
Yeah.
I also don't go to a gym anymore. So I'm just kind of stuck to what my body can kind of do in the day, and it's really hard, man. It's really hard.
Are, you're still fairly active though, aren't you? Like, we're on your property is, are you on a farm or acreage or anything like that? Or,
Yeah, it's
okay.
7 acres.
Holy shit. Okay. Well, yeah.
So
Lots to
it's
do.
a lot of walking around, man. But like I'm the laziest kind of fit dude. Like I got quads and ATVs. I take my truck out in the fields to chase the coyotes. Like I'm yeah. But
Well,
like
yeah.
if you want solutions though, man, like it's all about your timing. So like you eat, you go for a walk. You eat, you go for a walk. If you're not eating, you're drinking water and you're stretching and you're moving, you're being active, right?
Yeah.
And you have to find ways to keep that happening. And like we could talk all day about macronutrients, micronutrients, getting your calories right, getting your timing. But if you can't do those simple things, then it's not going to work anyways.
Yeah. I
You know
mean,
what I mean?
it's I know it's not as simple as, like, you know, intake versus outtake, cuz honestly, I'm like a spaz. Like, I say ADHD is my superpower all the time. So I'm always moving and shit, but I'm actually literally as heavy as I was when I had my kid. And at first I was like, "Hey, quitting drinking automatically 10 pounds should drop." Nope. Nope. And then I'm starting to, like, scavenge around. I'm like, I open my cabinet, I'm like, dude, all I eat is just salt and sugar. Do you think that could have an effect? Like, honestly,
Yeah,
and also
no.
routine too. I don't
Yep.
have like a set routine. So, like, obviously I work, um, but as soon as I get home from work, like, I don't have a particularly physical job right now. It's more of an office job. So I come home, I'm like, okay, I could go to the gym right now while I'm still whatever, but if I don't do something right away, it's like crash. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And yeah, Brian, you know what? Honestly, Brian in the chat there, he's pretty buff, and like he lost a ton of weight. If you check out some of his transformations, like he's it's tremendous what he's done and accomplished. I think man, you also have to have the drive, I believe. I don't know exactly. I've never been super skinny, and when I was like anorexic, I'll be honest, and like
Mm.
not eating. Like I just didn't eat. And mostly during the touring days of being a musician on, we didn't have time to like, oh shit, quick, NW run or pick up or a quick Horton stop. But for the most part, you just didn't eat, just like the Nickelback song, right? you drank. I mean, that was most of your calorie intake, right? Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, man,
cool.
it's tough, but like I'll tell you, just from the language you just used, like you just need a healthy relationship with food. Like that's it.
I think you're right. Yeah.
You know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
yeah. And I was, at first, when I made that post, actually a couple people chimed in. And I appreciate that, by the way. Like, normally some people are hesitant because, especially when it comes to diet, like yourself included, but I believe everybody's body is different and like reacts differently to certain foods, right? And
Yeah.
everybody obviously on the internet thinks they're an expert, at knowing exactly what is perfect, like the perfect diet. And I think for me, why it's so awkward to ask that kind of help is, like you're asking somebody to like what to put in your body. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and it's basically like a full lifestyle change. So yeah, I could go to like, a nutritionist or a personal trainer or something like that. But I mean, I also said, my buddy Tristan, shout out, he fired me a DM and he's like, dude, start off, you can look at TikTok and there's like nutritionists on TikTok that have millions of tips and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, that's great. But also, I kind of want to talk to somebody I'm closer with, or at least know that it's worked for. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
that, because like you said, there's so many opinions and blah blah blah. Yeah. Elizabeth says she needs a healthy relationship as well with food. It is easier said than done for sure. It is.
Much
It's
easier
both
said than done.
lifestyle and mindset, I think. So I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. But again, I am obviously not doing well with the food relationship, and I don't know, like, for you, how like, do you fast at all, or do you have like a regular like breakfast, lunch, dinner? Like, how do you go
I eat
about
like
that?
crazy, bro. I eat all the time. I'm always eating.
Yeah.
Um, but like I'm always eating. Nowadays, I'm pretty loose with it. Like I'll have sauces, or I might have like the sugary oatmeal for breakfast. But everything has intentions, man. Like I've got a good solid protein with everything I'm eating, and I'm not talking 2 eggs, man. That's not protein. Get the fuck out of here with that. I'm talking like
You don't
if
down
you
the
don't.
cup of eggs?
Oh, bro, like okay, so in my prime, I'll send you one of my meal preps. But
Sure,
in my
yeah.
prime, it was 4 whole eggs, 10 ounces of egg whites, two scoops of protein, and then 4 ounces of ground turkey, and like all the bell peppers and spinach I could eat, like probably a cup and a bit of potatoes, like as hash browns or whatever. Like it was wild, man.
Wow.
Ton of food. But like I said, like the like 4 eggs, that's fats. That's fat content. It's got white egg protein in it,
Yeah.
but it's fat content. So you need like turkey, or you need like turkey bacon, or you need like some ham in there, or you need a protein shake to go with it, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and then I just try to look for that balance all the time. And like I'm a visual person now, so like my protein I try to keep about balanced with my carbs, just from like a visual standpoint. And then fat's about half the size. So your fat calories are like there's 9 calories per gram of fat, and there's 4 calories per gram of protein and carb. So you can kind of, in theory, double up on proteins and carbs versus your fats, right?
Damn. The math is, you got the math down for sure. Okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Um,
And
well, I mean, oh, sorry, go ahead.
well, I was gonna say the next thing that people worry about is like, or the next thing you see people run into is they undereat, right?
Yeah.
So when you think lose weight, yeah, you got to cut calories, but that's a future problem. For now, it's getting the food on lock.
True.
And
Healthy
you know what I mean?
habits. Yeah.
Yeah, get into the healthy habits, and then once you can't lose that weight anymore, then shave off 200-300 calories,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
because like I say, if you crash, man, like you're fucked. Like you're just gonna grab the bag of chips and eat the whole thing again, right?
Dude, and it's so convenient. I think, for me as well, like, not to my own horn, but I'm a fucking amazing cook, especially like when I get this kitchen space. And normally though, it takes so much time to make like really good and think about like what you're making, right? So I think that's why it's just so easy just to grab a chocolate bar or some chips, like like you said, and Man, it's just too convenient. But I know there's I mean, there's a ton of food options for, like, like you said, protein shakes and like bars and stuff. I have yet to get into that. So, I mean, I see Brian, yeah, fast acting protein versus slow acting. Eggs are very slow acting. Whey protein is fast acting protein blending. Thanks for the man. He's pounding out the info. But like, yeah, that's something I got to get into next. Is like, I'm thinking for convenience sake. Like, what would you recommend for convenience sake? If someone like myself who's like always like blah blah blah, I gotta get this, I gotta get that done. Like
Well,
I
you're
mean,
a cook, man. So you set yourself up for success,
shit.
right? Like 3/4 cook some chicken, 3/4 cook some potatoes, and 3/4 cook some shrimp, or buy the like frozen cooked shrimp. And then
Yeah.
when you want a meal, man, just like toss some shit together. Season the shit out of it, man. Use your favorite sauces. Just don't deep fry it. Don't. And
Yeah. The deep
like
frying.
one,
Yeah.
like I said, like once you get into the habit of you're eating shrimp and rice, you're not eating bread and fucking peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can start worrying about how much rice and how much shrimp and how much soy sauce and all that shit, right? Because like
Portion.
sodium's gonna be your best friend, man. It's free steroids. It's cheap steroids.
Dude, yeah, I
Um,
love sodium.
yeah, and it's an electrolyte. Like we used to have this joke, Brian. If you don't do this already, I'm looking at you. You'd go to the gas station and get one of them giant pickles. You ever
Giant
seen
pickle.
those?
No, no, man. That
Oh, I
sounds
got one in my
delicious
fridge.
though.
I'll grab it after.
Okay,
They're
yeah,
like $4,
show it off.
and it's this big pickle, and you eat it, and it's like 1,000 milligrams of sodium. But the pump you get from it, bro, is like no other.
Really?
But again,
Really?
that won't happen if you're abusing your sodium with your chips and all your shit, right? And so
Exactly.
the other stance is your sugar intake and your carbohydrate intake, because you got to watch your insulin levels, especially as we start getting older.
Dude,
We're all
I
gonna
am
type 2
yeah.
diabetes, right?
Dude, I cannot fuck around anymore with that. Like that's my main concern cuz diabetes runs in my family, right? So it it's yeah, I'm at that age I got to start worrying about that hardcore. And it sucks, but I mean, like I said, I'm such a sweet tooth. Probably why I had like so many surgeries on my teeth, but whatever.
That'll go away when you eat well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, that's yeah, man, it's such a weird topic for me. I don't know why. And same with the
That's
gym.
okay.
I don't know. It's mainly because I'm also, I mean, there's two, which is dangerous too, but I eat like a shark. I get joked around like some other people, like there's normal pace eating, and then there's some people that, basically eat and digest and shit at the same fucking time, pardon my language. But you know what I mean? Or you're like, God, I got a meeting to go to. I got shit to do. Maybe that's part of my ADHD. I'm like, the last thing I want to waste my fucking time on is food. Like, I
Yeah.
don't want to, and then I get negative where I'm like, I'm a slave to this body. I have to fuel up, like I got shit to do, but
Mm,
you know what I mean? Like,
you you
yeah,
deserve a full tank to work on, though. Like
that's
you as
true.
a high executing a dad, like with a like you got a job, you got shit going
Oh
on the
yeah,
side, man. You got to fuel that tank,
that's
and
true.
you don't want that fuel to be like, think about your house, man. You're not gonna build your foundation with McDonald's wrappers. I want that T-bone steak, and I want that, you know what I mean? The whole rotisserie chicken, like.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Yeah. And I mean it starts with what you put in your body. Like you said, you are what you eat. Like
Yep.
it seems basic, but it's harder to do for me.
Yep.
And
You just gotta find a way to fall in love with it. That's all.
that's true. I mean, like anything, I correct me if I'm wrong, but you kind of give me the impression that you're hyper too as well, like have ADHD-ish maybe?
Super
No?
ADHD.
Okay.
I'm a big supporter of ADHD.
I think you and I are kind of like the same in that sense, and I'd but which is probably why you can understand when I'm like, fuck, the last thing I want to do is like spend time eating. Like, but then you
Yep.
said, like you said, if you make it a priority, you make it the foundation. Um, and if I use my ADHD superpower to like hone in on that, maybe just maybe I could do a
Do you,
transformation kind of thing. I
do
don't
you
know.
get this? Do you get this in your ADHD moments where you're working on something and you can like feel what it needs, but you just can't do it, so you have to like leave the room for a minute and come back and you just do the thing?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
ever get that?
yeah,
So when you leave the
absolutely.
room, grab a meal and eat it.
Yeah. Well, and
But
that's
like have
yeah,
something on hand too, right?
yeah. Also, I mean, that's partially the downside is that I'll start doing something. I'll be like, shit, I'm hungry. I'll grab something to eat, and then I'll like kind of eat really, really fast. Like I said, I eat like a shark, so I don't know if it's also part of it's weird. It's almost like a survival instinct why I eat fast. I don't know if I got that from being on tour or whatever, but like I'm always like I don't want people to see me eat. I don't know if you've ever had that. Have you? Like
Yeah, yeah.
no, okay, like I don't
When I was
like
self-conscious,
seeing
I felt that.
yeah, like I don't like people seeing me eat just because I feel like it's kind of like a vulnerable state. Almost like taking a shit. You're like you don't want someone to be like like I'm sorry, like I have to.
Yeah. I'm sorry, it's natural.
Everybody does, and everybody's got to eat. Everybody's got to shit, but it's one of those things. So I don't like see people seeing me shit and eat. But then at the same time, I'm like also like I'm like yeah, I don't know if it's like survival, like just being like I was never really like homeless. I was for a bit, but not like on the streets and shit. I can't claim I'm from the streets, but but I don't know. For some reason I got it triggered in my brain to just like take what you have, get it down, move on, get to the
I'm
next
like that too.
activity. And maybe that's why it's so convenient to eat shitty.
But I think your body's telling you it's like, hey man, I need fuel right now. I don't need it to be this big long event. I just need fuel.
Yeah.
And so you need to make the conscious decision to be like, this is the fuel I'm giving you, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Brian, you're right. Yeah, have meal prep with chicken and rice and make 7 brass cups of rice. Wow. Yeah. I mean, it's
Gotta
true. I have it readily available, just as if it were chips or chocolate. Actually, that's kind of something I think I should do. You know?
I used to have Sundays and Thursdays off when I worked at the guitar store when I was bodybuilding.
Oh yeah.
And so on Sunday, I would cook like a whole pack of the Costco chicken, like fucking 6 cups of rice, all the potatoes, all the shit. And then everything else I would make as I went along. So breakfast I made fresh and dinner I made fresh. But then I had, because I ate 3 meals a day outside of those, either chicken and rice, shrimp and rice, or beef and rice, I had those all just sitting there in containers. So
And
I just had to toss it in the fridge, whichever one I felt like eating, unless it was like my beef meals and stuff. Like again, this is problems for later, but my fattier meals I would save for around my workouts. My regular ones I'd have during the day,
yeah.
and that's all just subject to change, like depending on your body and stuff. But I basically just had to be like, do I want chicken or shrimp or tilapia, and just grab it and eat it. Like sometimes I wouldn't even heat it up because I wasn't even thinking. I was just doing my thing, eating the fucking food, put the dish away, and go back to what I'm up to. Right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. That sounds like a big part of it too is like just meal prepping and yeah.
Here, I got a
So
meal plan here. Are you ready for this?
yeah, I saw you sent something in the chat. I was just
That's
seeing.
Go ahead. You should respond to the chat too.
Sorry, yeah, no, I was also seeing Elizabeth. She was saying that they eat so much different in Japan. I was
Mm.
curious, Elizabeth, what kind of foods do they eat like for per meal? Like, and sorry, and kind of jumping back to you, Jesse. Like, when you have like rice and chicken and stuff like that, is that like any time of day, or are you particularly eating that like at lunch or at dinner, or like what's your time scheduling like for that?
I start eating at like 6:30 in the morning.
Holy shit!
And
Right
I'm
off the
done
bat.
an hour before I go to bed. Yeah. Wow, that's an hour and a half into my day. So I have to set up like stick and carrots. So
Mm.
I have to do something valuable with my time, and I have to right now I'm quitting smoking, so I have to avoid quitting
Oh,
smoking at least, or like I have to quit and not smoke at least twice in the morning before I'm allowed to eat.
wow.
So I
That's
have to like do litter boxes or feed the cats or sweep or clean something, do some laundry, and then I get my food. And the food has become reward because I'm so accustomed to eating all the time. I'm fucking hungry
well,
by
dude,
7:30, bro.
and
I can't think
yeah,
anymore.
dude, and it's got to be like the toughest thing to quit smoking. Like I did smoke for a brief period, but like I wasn't ever. Yeah, I can't claim, but I have friends that still smoke, still try, still can't. It's got to
It's tough,
be
man.
it's tough, and
Yeah.
I think mostly for me it was habitual. Like again, I always refer to going like to on the road, right? Like it was so easy to smoke, especially on tour because you obviously back when you get to the bar, you have people there. You want to smoke with them, talk with them, say like, "Hey, you coming to the show? Hey, you sticking around? Hey, networking." That was number one, is networking. In fact, I didn't even like smoking for a long time, but I just did it because I'd see some people who like talent agents or people that work at the bar and I'd be like, "Hey, want to go for a smoke?" Easy, done like that, right? But
Easy, yeah.
I mean, I don't know how vaping is impacted. Like, I kind of got out before that whole thing started, but like, do you vape at all, or is that
I
kind
do
of
have a vape now. Yeah.
yeah?
I
Does it
find that
help or
like
any better? Or
yeah, it makes me like the same head rush that everyone looks for when they like smoke cigarettes and stuff. It like
yeah,
gives me that again, which I didn't have before and I was chasing. So I would just like smoke and smoke and smoke and smoke, and then just be like, God, I feel like death, right? So this like I try not to just like puff on it all day. Like I don't do it in my videos. I won't do it in my videos. On a live stream or something maybe, but I won't do it in my videos.
yeah,
And I don't do it when I'm like practicing because I've been practicing singing for like an hour a day, an
yeah,
hour plus. And I won't do it around then either because I dry up and I gas out and I don't want to hurt myself. So, but it has
yeah.
been helping. Yeah.
Nice. Well,
Hit-
I mean, I was gonna say like I don't see you ever, doing one of these, or you're usually really well put together. But good for you for trying to quit. It's got to be, good luck, because that's fucking tough. Like
I
again,
appreciate
I
that, bro.
found it was the motion and the habit.
That's exactly it. I still got to go sit in my spot and I go out
Yeah,
there all the time.
you have a
Yeah.
spot. You have a and going on to the again, I remember it was almost like routine, like when we were filling up, not filling up, but like going to like Tim Hortons or something on the road, and you know as soon as we stop the RV, jump out, me and Brett right away, have a smoke or something. It's just like, again, habit. And then I found myself after a while, I'm like, why am I why
Yeah.
like it's just dude, again, I didn't smoke for a very long time at all, so I feel for you, man. Like, again, I have friends that are still trying, and we're late 30s now, so
Best
um
of luck to them, man.
yeah, I know it's a struggle, but music helps with that too, you know trading habits. I mean, I believe Brian in the chat was saying that as well, is when he was trying to quit drinking, and I guess I'm not sure how much he wants me to say, but like when he said he was trying to quit drinking, he changed that drinking habit from drinking to sorry, Brian's a good friend of mine, by the way, that's why I keep bringing him up.
That's okay.
He's in Trapped in Echoes, go check him out, by the way.
Sure.
Like and so he's from Vancouver, and yeah, so like he traded that habit for the gym, which is something I could see working with a lot of people, like majority of people. Open book. Okay, Brian. He was just saying, like, to me that he had a drinking issue as well as myself, right? And he traded that habit for the gym. And I'm like I said, it works for a lot of people, and I could see how it would. I honestly do. Like, it just, again, I don't know. Have you gone to the gym at all, Jesse? Or
Me?
yeah, what's your opinion on that? Like,
Oh fuck, bro! I lived at a gym. I managed
did
a
you?
gym for like a few years. I
Nice.
competed in bodybuilding and all got all this shit, bro.
Oh, dude. Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
I had like a bench lifting like coach. He had this thing that would like film and track my I would do everything, but was mostly for bench press,
Yeah.
bench, squat, and dead. And he could like map the path of the bar, and we'd like have the angle of my knees set, and he'd like put my feet where he wanted them to be, and all the shit.
Oh man.
Oh man, I went crazy with it. Yeah, Elizabeth knows. I went
I
crazy with it.
yeah. I mean, I knew quite a few. Jess was hardcore. Oh yeah, right on. Yeah, no, I had a few personal trainer friends as well, and I think a large. Okay, I'm not ragging on gyms, but here's another point and issue, which is why I'm hesitant to go to the gym. Because of personal trainers. Let's be honest,
Mm.
they a lot of them are based on commission. So they want to come around, and I'm always in fear that, like, if I'm doing like a leg press, or I'm working out and I'm doing something wrong, I don't like people like approaching me, can I give you like a tip on, no, fuck off. Like, I know I'm doing it wrong, but I'm not like wrong to the point where you see those memes of people like hanging themselves on the
Yeah,
I'm not like that,
flailing
but
around like
yeah,
Spider
you
Man.
might see me like you know doing something wrong, but like, or not totally up to par. But I believe, like, because I knew for a few personal trainers as well, I know they're like, it sucks. Like, you're there to help, but also it's also makes you money. So, I mean, again, that's a
It's a
little bit why I'm hesitant. But yeah.
it's an emotional sale, man. Like our sales coach said that 7 out of 10 women should cry in their personal training meeting.
Really?
Yeah, because if you don't have that much of an emotional attachment to it, you're not going to give me your $1,000 a month, and you're not going to show up, and you're not going to eat the food. But like that was, we didn't approach it that way, but that was what he wanted. He was like legit, like you should be able to tell me 7 people who cried when you had the conversation with them.
Well, it's a vulnerable emotional thing. Like especially if you get a
Absolutely.
client like that can do the full transformation. Like if I honestly, I believe I look my best around 170. Maybe I know I should be even lighter than that for my height because I'm a shorty, right? But
How tall are you?
I'm like 5'6", 5'6.5", and yeah, I
I'm
don't
about
lie
the same.
about that. Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, like I know it's funny, like the whole fucking social culture right now is to lie about your height and blah blah blah. But I don't give a shit. I'm a short
I don't give
guy,
a shit
but
either.
yeah, like I don't know. Attitudes is everything, right?
Picking a gym is very much like picking a partner, though, man. Like
It
I
is,
fell in
yeah.
love with the gym that I worked at, and when I got fired from there, I just felt like I couldn't go back, and I haven't been super committed to the gym since. Like I've found other places that felt like home, but it just like the drive didn't feel right, like maybe parking didn't feel right. There was something about it that just it wasn't a part of my routine anymore, and it
Yeah,
really threw me off, you know?
yeah. I mean, getting the motive to do it, it's not that hard for me at least. Like I step on a scale, I'm like, "Ugh." You know, I look in the mirror when I'm getting in the shower, I'm like, oh, okay, it's pretty easy. You got to do something. You got to do something. Like getting the motive to do it is not an issue, but actually doing it, and
Yeah.
I believe I'm not the only one that struggles with that,
Five
right?
minutes a day,
Like,
bro. Like each meal, just to like walk away from wherever you are, walk away for 5 minutes. It'll guarantee it'll take you 5 minutes to come back. That 10 minutes, bro, you'll probably lose 10, 20 pounds.
wow.
3 times a day, though. Like that's
Yeah, you got to consistent.
20,
Yeah,
yeah, it's 21
yeah,
walks in a week. But that's not that much, man. That's really, it's 5 minutes out. You just got to walk away from your desk for 5 minutes and then you got to come back to your desk. And that's it.
yeah. Well, all right. I'm gonna. You know what? I appreciate the advice, man. Like, again, I'm talking to you because we chat here and there, and obviously, like I said at the beginning, you look like you're in shape, or at least from what I can tell.
I hide it well.
Yeah, you hide it well. No, and I mean, yeah, yeah. I don't know how much longer we're just hitting about an hour. At least I am.
Yeah,
Um,
we're good, man.
but yeah,
Def, let me just catch up with the chat here real quick. So
yeah, yeah.
Elizabeth
Let's.
broke her ankle. Yeah, and that's a tough thing too, man. Like, I believe in personal trainers because I was hiring them, man. I was working with them, but so many of them, so many, I was just say, people in the fitness industry think they have the answer for you, and no, you have the answer for yourself. I have the answer for me. You're gonna find it in me.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And like, to your food thing, like your body will know better than I will know what food you should eat. So like you should almost keep a journal where you eat breakfast and then an hour later you write down, "Hey, I feel pretty good today. My back isn't bugging me, my knees aren't bugging me, my brain's like nice and clear." And then maybe you have like some fucking Wendy's breakfast and all of a sudden you're depressed and you're picking on yourself and your body hurts. Well, write that down, man, and remember that came from the Wendy's.
that's you
Right?
know
Like
what? That's a good idea. That's good because I gotta laugh. Not to, it's not a change, but did you notice in my stories today when I was like, yeah, I'm gonna talk on the pod. We'll talk about diet. My next fucking story is I'm fat now because
oh shit.
I went out to Indian cuisine with some coworkers, and I was just like, it was an all you can eat buffet. I'm just like, oh man, I'm not doing myself any favors here. Like, but that's rare. I don't always eat out. In fact, I
Yeah.
cook most of the time and whatever. But I just found it funny the timing of like, we're talking about diet. Next slide, I'm fat.
Yeah, shit.
Oh shit, that took all of a few seconds. Yeah, no, you were saying like in the chat, like you were saying that picking is like picking something like a husband, like what Brian's saying. It's true. Like you have to pick the one that's right for you. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I find, I don't know, I went through a lot of therapists, and I'm not ashamed to say that at all. I went through a lot of therapists, and you can kind of tell which ones get you and which don't. And um, I'm totally kind of switching into the therapy talk, but I don't know how much experience you have. Do you have any?
Yeah, I have a great therapist, yeah, and it took me time to find him too. So I'm with you.
Absolutely. Is male, female, or what, do you
Male, yeah.
care? Yeah. Um, I
I
mean,
don't
on,
care though. I would have been fine with it either.
yeah, I don't care who I'm talking to. But the vibe has to be right, as you know. And
Yeah.
um, I went when I was looking. I have a similar feeling. It's similar to a personal trainer or someone working out with, but like the first couple I went to when I decided to go back a couple years ago. Um, the first couple, I obviously won't name names or where I went, but you're talking with them, and then I'm kind of like noticing that I'm telling them what to do, like, and what to analyze. I'm like, did you notice about my body language here? And they're kind of like, oh, I didn't notice you did that. I'm like, well, that means this is what's happening. I'm trying to hide something, like,
Yeah.
but thankfully I landed on one where I can't fucking hide. Like, there's nothing I could, like, she knows. And I don't know why I prefer talking to females. I can open up to them more. It's just how I am. But
That makes
yeah,
sense.
this new one, I'm just like, she can tell I'm kind of like slipping, sliding around the topic, and she'll just straight up ask me. She'll be like, what do you think of this, and why are you, when you do this is what's happening. Like, I could tell you're, like, I can't hide, and I believe that's the best way, is because if you dance around things, you, much like fitness, right? Like, if you dance around things and you try to, like, make excuses for things, I'm sure, yeah, you're not going to get anywhere. It's more
Yep.
direct, right? Like, so doing it, I
Yep.
think, is a lot, again, key. um Sorry, Elizabeth was saying I have trust issues. Having a great therapist helps so much. It does. Yeah.
Yeah. But like getting your food right though will help a ton, man. Like the mental clarity that comes with that. Brian, back me up on this. Like when it's a weird thing to feel like your brain is working against you, and it becomes really apparent when you're at your healthiest.
Yeah.
Like, cause like it's amazing, man. You'll have weeks and weeks and weeks of just feeling good, being good, and then you'll just blow out one night. You'll have a bunch of like shitty food. You stay up till 2 in the morning eating pizza, and the next day, dude, I'm not kidding. You're like depressed, and you're hard on
Yeah.
yourself. And it's not even so much of the like, oh, I shouldn't have eaten that food. It's just like the world changed, and it's
Yeah.
like because it did, man. The chemicals changed in your brain. Like the hormones are different now, and you're not used to it.
And, like, gut health and all that. Like,
Everything, bro. Everything
everything.
has to do with your mood.
You probably like fart less, like everything.
Oh,
Like,
dude,
spend less
I
time on
would
the
take
toilet.
I would take the biggest dumps of my life, bro. Like these life-changing poops, and someone would walk in there after and like not have a clue. It's healthy excretion, bro. Like it is what it is.
Wow. Wow. I mean, that's good. That's classy, man. Right?
Uh,
No
Oh yeah,
smell.
I'm gonna read you my meal plan here, and then I'll let you get
Yeah.
off your
Yeah.
podcast
No,
here.
that's cool.
So I don't know what I weighed around here. I had workout days and not workout days, so I'm assuming I was pretty heavy. Again, I'm only like 5'7", if I'm upright.
Yeah, I'm around there too.
Um,
I'm a little shorter, but
Yeah. So this is 20 minutes of cardio post workout on my workout days. Oh, that's supplements. Hold on. Meals. So 45 grams protein powder, 60 grams oats or Red River cereal or cream of wheat, 10 ounces of berries, optional, no sugar added jam. Meal two, so this be like 2, 3 hours later. 5 ounces of chicken, turkey, or white fish, 6 ounces of rice or quinoa, and optional vegetables. For lunch, 5 ounces of chicken, white fish, or turkey, one whole wheat tortilla, optional vegetables to make myself like a wrap or something.
holy crap.
Um, and then meal four, this would be pre-workout. I would do 30 grams whey protein, 50 grams oats, one scoop of, it's just like a carb shake. It's just to get like your insulin pumping. Cause like when you don't eat sugar, you can manipulate your insulin because it's really anabolic. That's where like anabolic steroids kind of come from. And people take insulin.
Yeah.
Um, but insulin is the most anabolic hormone in your body. So if you can manipulate that, it's the fastest way to burn fat and build muscle.
Um,
So I would take,
can
sorry, go
can I
ahead.
pause you for a sec? All right, we're
Yep.
just saying goodbye to Brian. Brian, thanks for,
Oh yeah.
yeah, thanks for chatting and tuning in. Yeah, no, Brian, get Discord. Maybe we'll have like a group chat about this or something sometime, and
Yeah.
we'll have you
Come
on.
join our Discord.
Checking out too, Elizabeth. All right. Yeah, we're about to wrap up anyway.
Yeah,
But
we're
yeah,
getting out here too.
sorry
I
to
think
drop.
Elizabeth's just waving at Brian,
Oh, okay.
but she's she's very courteous. She's a very courteous guest slash host.
Oh, thanks, Elizabeth. See, you're more interactive with, the people that follow you, and you can tell you're a pro.
No, man. Elizabeth and I go way back though.
Cool.
Well, considering the YouTube thing, but yeah. Okay,
Oh,
so I had this pre-workout shake. It was like instead of protein, it was just carbs. So just get that insulin going. After my workout, I would have 35 grams of a protein shake and 60 grams of oats. And
yeah.
then for meal 6, we're at now 5 ounces of lean red meat, 5 ounces of yams, brown rice, pasta, brown rice or quinoa, optional vegetables. And before I went to bed, I had 30 grams of whey isolate, 2 pieces of Ezekiel bread, and 1 teaspoon of no sugar added jam.
Wow.
7 meals.
Wow. Wow, you
But
really
like that,
planned that out. Holy shit.
yeah, every day. Like I would not miss. 17 months I went without skipping a fucking beat, my
And
friend.
did you ever get like bored of that
No,
or
because
no?
like same thing as you, dude. It was just like the food isn't the thing. The food
Yeah.
is the vehicle, right? Like I'm getting where I'm going, and I just got to get through this ride, right?
Yeah.
So, and like I got to the point where I could enjoy it. Like my breakfast was pretty dope. I had a hot plate that I left at Long and McQuaid in the back, and I had a frying pan,
Yeah.
and I would throw my turkey in there and my jalapeno peppers and all my eggs and my like everything, bro. And I'd fry myself up a little skillet every morning.
Oh man. That sounds good though. Making me hungry again. Okay, maybe I got more room. Nah. Jeez. That's awesome, man.
Ton of
That's
food. But
awesome.
that's what I'm saying, man. Like, don't undereat. You know what I mean? Like, don't let yourself
Well,
fall into that trap.
that it is a trap because honestly I tried fasting for a bit and it worked when I wasn't like doing other things, but man, I get home, like if I don't eat all day, I'm like, sweet, didn't eat all day, full bag of chips gone, like what
Yep.
the just happened, and then like you said, immediate regret. So
Yep.
I mean, yeah, yeah, I really think planning out things and like you said, you spilled a lot of your diet there. I appreciate that. Gives me lots to think about, and yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Hit me up anytime.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
love it.
Is there anything else you want to say on the subject? I
Yeah,
mean,
when
yeah.
we go into Calgary, when I come to Calgary, I'm gonna take you to a gym because what you need is a meathead on your side. So you need me like yelling and screaming like we're lifting 400 pounds, but we're just like moving the bar around. But that's what you need.
But like you won't judge me on my
Oh
rolls and
fuck no!
shit, and
God no, dude. I haven't been to a gym in like 2 years.
be like, look at that, that is fat.
No, I'm like, you can do it. Push that fucking bar.
Oh, okay,
And
all
everyone
right.
like thinks it's a bunch of apes in the corner, but it's just us, man. We're just having a good time.
Another,
We're in our place.
yeah, for sure. You know what? And I'm down. And I'm totally down. I think another reason I don't work out though is because, like, I don't know if you could tell, but I grow wide when I work out. Like, I don't. Obviously,
You
we're,
should.
we're short, but like, I get so buff in the littlest amount of effort. Like, I should technically get into bodybuilding or something like that.
You should.
Because man, I'd be like one of those little ripped guys, like walking around like move, But also,
Get
I
out
don't
of the way.
excuse me, like, but also, I don't know. In relevance
So
to singing, I've never been a fan of jacked singers.
that
Isn't
was
that weird?
I get it. I totally get it.
I don't know. I think growing up, like, I've always admired like the skinny rock star look. You know what I mean? Like fucking
The
Axel
Buck
and
Cherry look.
yeah, like that.
Totally.
Yeah, you could take off your shirt and you're just a twig. Like I don't know why and
I
you're
never
like,
got that.
I
I
don't
never
know.
understood that. A friend of
Uh,
mine said something to me in middle school, though. He said he was a big kid, and his girlfriend in grade 7 broke up with him for a skinny kid. And he said, "Who's gonna protect you?" And I went, "That's a valid point."
valid. That is very valid. That's true. That's true. I mean, if honestly you're about the same height as me, if like somebody 6'5" and is jacked wants something from me, they're gonna take it. Like, but I mean, maybe I'll take out a fucking eye, but like, I don't know. There's not much you can do. But hey, if I was ripped and like in shape, like you said, never know. Never
Nah,
know,
you
man.
deserve it, bro. You deserve the confidence.
All right. Well, you got it. Yeah, we'll get up to Calgary, and maybe I'll. You know what? I was thinking about heading down your way as well, or
Hey,
meeting
man.
somewhere in the middle. Like,
Once the weather clears up, come on
yeah,
down.
it'll be easier. It'll be easier to drive for sure then. But
Elizabeth probably kick our asses.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. I mean, you could. I'm pretty easy to make fun of too. Like it's easy to crush my
Me
spirit,
too.
but
Me too.
but
We're the same person.
yeah. All right, man. Well, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. But I appreciate
Okay.
you coming on and chatting with me, man.
Yeah, I appreciate the invite, man.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Yeah. Let's do it again.
Okay. I'll see y'all later.
All right. And that was Jessie Dickson. I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining me on the pod today, talking diet and whatever. Please be sure to go check out Jessie's info. Check out Brian Reed's info. Thank you for joining in, Elizabeth. I thank you so much for joining in. Everybody that tuned in, I fucking love you. Happy Friday. I'm gonna go work on like trying to figure out some kind of meal plan. All right. Till next time, take 2 of these. Call me in the morning. Peace.